Morning. It's Monday, November 27th, and I can tell you that in my career I worked long and hard to make a decent living, and I succeeded. I came into the world and I screwed around for a while. I didn't graduate from college until I was 30 years old. Then I had a New York State job as a tax auditor, and that wasn't going to get me any place except a guaranteed nice retirement, so-called, in those days. You know, people loved those government jobs, and you could work for 30 or 40 years, and then you had a pension, those jobs are disappearing, I believe. There's no such thing as pensions anymore in most places. And then, of course, I was lucky enough because I had a good friend who found a computer school, and he talked to me about it, and I went there and took some classes, and then I got a great beginning job with Western Electric, and then I worked my whole life in the tech field. Computers, when they filled the room with equipment, down to what we now have, these laptops that I work on every day. But I read this article in my search for something to talk about. This is an article about how people are abandoning the stock market to invest in other ways for the future. Now, I'm in the stock market. I dabble in options and things like that. And I have stocks that have performed very well for me, so I'm not looking for any other place to invest. But for those of you out there who might want to try something different, you should consider some of the things that people are doing with their money. A lot of very wealthy young people are abandoning the stock. I'm sure that doesn't bother the people who run the stock market, I'm sure they have plenty of customers, so I don't think this particular investment opportunity is really going to take over the stock market, because I think this is a kind of long-term dicey thing that you can look at and you can say, I'm going to make money, but you have to wait. It's not like it's going to rocket to the surface for some reason like that. So let me tell you about what I'm talking about, the different things that people are investing in these days. This info comes to us according to a recent survey from the Bank of America. Individuals who are between the ages of 21 and 42 with at least $3 million in assets only have about 25% of their portfolio invested in stock. And that's compared to 55% for wealthy investors over the age of 43. So I don't know where you fall on this spectrum, but my guess is that you are in the 55% category and not in the younger group. Anyhow, prime real estate has outperformed the stock market for a 25-year period. So it's no surprise that high net worth individuals, no matter how old they are, see opportunities in this asset. The only problem with real estate asset really is it takes a while. You don't sell it, buy it one week and sell it next week and make 10%. It doesn't work that way. So there are three kinds of opportunities that are available to retail investors. There's a company called First National Realty Partners, and it lets investors own a share of institutional quality properties that are leased by national brands like Whole Foods or CVS or Kroger or Walmart. And you can expect to collect stable grocery store anchored income every quarter. So how's that? That's not a bad way to invest. And the First National Realty Property Partners team of experts, they will examine every deal against a rigorous set of investment criteria. And it personally manages these investments, so you, as the client, don't have to worry. That's a pretty good deal as far as I'm concerned. Now, the second item I want to talk to you about is art. Millennials are not only collecting art, they are also investing in art. According to a recent report, rich millennials are the highest spenders on fine art, with 30% of the millennial collectors having spent over $1 million on fine art. Now, fine art apparently is an alternative investment for every savvy and high net worth investor. It's for those who are looking to diversify their portfolio. And everybody knows contemporary art has outperformed the S&P 500 by 131% in the last quarter century. Till recently, there was no real way for a lot of people to invest in art because you had to buy an entire painting. And it actually cost you millions. But Masterworks, which is a company that has completely changed that, instead of buying a single painting for millions of dollars, you can invest in shares of the individual work. So imagine that. You're buying 10% or 10 shares or however they measure that in a great piece of artwork. Has done nothing but rise in price for some long period of time or even a short period of time. So that's a nice, safe investment. And maybe they'll even give you a photo of it to hang on your wall or something like that. This is a very revolutionary investment platform. All you have to do is select which shares you want to buy, and Masterwork will handle the rest of the deal. Let's not forget the performance of these works of art. They have outperformed the stock market. They have outperformed most other investment opportunities. So if you got a few bucks, buy a couple of shares from Masterwork. Now, this last investment opportunity is not one that I would have thought of. But you don't have to be a sommelier to experience the finest wines for all their worth. Not only is the asset sip-worthy, it can help you diversify your portfolio. So if you're interested in investing in fine and rare wine, you don't need to have room in your basement or in your house to have a wine cellar. You just have to find this particular company called VinoVest. And there are many young investors who see big potential in this particular company. Nearly 3/4 of the young wine investors have spent up to $25,000 per year on top bottle. And more than half think that investing in wine has long-term stability. So I would never believe investing in a bottle of wine, even though you hear these stories about how much they become worth. So here's the amazing stat. Since 2005, Sotheby's Fine Wine Index has gone up 316%. Wine has outperformed the global equity index by over 100% annually over the last 15 years. Investing in fine wine means you can benefit from steady returns over a long period of time, and the growth promise continues. So I'll leave you with that this morning. Have a great day.